Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited. I think a lot of you are excited for this video too. This is how I cut my hair myself at home, and ever since I told you guys that I cut my hair myself at home, a lot of you have been asking for a tutorial, and the method that I use is really interesting. It's very simple and it's definitely beginner friendly because I sure as hell don't know what I'm doing, but it actually leaves your hair looking a little bit longer, a little bit thicker, and more voluminous when it's done. So I love that because I can keep my length and I can get rid of all the little dead ends and split ends and everything like that. Now if you watch my videos, you know that I have naturally curly hair, and I do love the way that this haircut translates to curly hair. It really makes your curls pop because of the little layers we put in, and I just love it so much. But I do straighten it before I start cutting it so that I can get everything nice and even. And I also wanted to mention that my scissors are from Sally's, and I will leave a link below for those. I think that's everything I wanted to go over. Give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful, and I hope you learned something. Let's get started. Okay, now that my hair is tangle free and it's brushed through, I'm going to section it into two parts. You could choose as many parts as you like. I have long layers and I have two basic layers, so I like to section it in two just to keep that format in my hair. And then I'm going to brush through my hair a little bit more. I'm taking a section about 3 inches wide, and this is going to be the first section that I start cutting. After I brush through it, I like to smooth my fingers down, and I like to keep about 2 inches of hair peeking out the end. And what this is going to do is it's going to help me know exactly where to stop cutting so that I don't cut my hair too short. So you can see here I'm taking my scissors and I'm cutting on an angle, and that's to get rid of the bulk of the hair that I want gone. And then as I get closer to the length I want, I start cutting up into the hair, and what that does is it creates a really wispy effect, which is great for a beginner with hair cutting. You definitely want to cut up into the hair and not straight across, because the straight across is going to give you a really dramatic blunt cut, which can be really pretty, but when you do it wrong it can look really uneven and choppy, and that's very easy to do, unfortunately, especially when we don't have experience cutting hair. Just cutting right straight across into your hair, it usually turns out pretty bad, and then you have to end up going shorter than you anticipated. So I recommend just cutting up into the hair. It's a very safe way to do your hair and it looks really, really pretty. So I have a bunch of long layers after cutting into it with that wispy method, and it actually ends up looking longer than when I started because of all those dead ends being gone. The hair just ends up looking thicker and more voluminous and fuller at the ends, which gives the illusion of longer hair. So I really, really like it. I'm going to start working on the top section now. Okay, so I'm going to take my hair about a 3-inch section and brush it forward, and because I'm brushing it forward, it's going to help me cut some layers into my hair. When I let this go, it's going to create a short to long gradient effect, which is what I like for my layers. So now I'm just going to take the hair and I'm going to cut pretty deep into it. A lot of you ask what kind of layers I have, and this is how I do them. When you wear your hair naturally curly, if you have naturally curly hair, this is also a really good way to get more definition in your curls and just have everything look a little more even. You can see that it gradients down from short to long, so when your hair is curled or curly, either way, it's just going to look really, really pretty, and it gives you this nice voluminous effect. So as I was working on this section of my hair, I noticed it was really dry and there was a lot of split ends. So I'm going to show you what I like to do when I find an area of my hair like that. I like to twirl it and twist it until it's nice and tight, and then once I look at it, I can see all of these little split ends that are just fraying out the sides. So I take my scissors and I just cut them right off, and this is really, really good if you don't want to cut your hair at home but you just want to take care of the split ends in between your hair salon visits. This is definitely something I recommend. You don't have to cut the length of your hair, but you can get rid of the split ends. Okay, so I'm going to finish up and then I'm just checking my hair to make sure everything's even, and it is. I love how much more body my hair has after, and I kept the length, which is amazing, and that's not something that usually happens when I go to the salon. Definitely leave a comment below if you have any kind of hairdressing story where you've gotten more hair taken off than you asked for, or any kind of hair nightmares. Definitely leave the comments below because I would love to hear those stories, and tell me what you did about it. Like if you've had your hair bleached off or if you've had your hair cut way too short, did you tell the hairstylist? Was that something, is that something you feel comfortable with? I usually just end up walking into the car and then I start bawling my eyes out. So tell me how you dealt with it and leave your comments below. I really look forward to talking to you guys soon, and I can't wait to read your stories. Bye!